Arcadian Vanguard presents the Wrestling News and your daily wrestling newscast for Monday, February 26, 2024. Good morning. I'm Mike Sempervive. We begin today with news from TNA Wrestling. A talent meeting was held backstage at TNA's most recent TV tapings on Saturday night, according to multiple reports, including Fightful Select. The meeting was held to address the unexpected and sudden termination of former TNA president Scott D'Amore on February 7th. Present at the meeting were some of TNA's top executives, although it was not confirmed if new president Anthony Ciccione was among them. Talent had raised concerns about the dismissal of D'Amore and had even sent a letter to TNA management to express their disapproval. Executives at the meeting took direct feedback from Talent, and some Talent reported that although they disagreed with the decision to remove D'Amore, that the meeting did a good job of getting them excited about staying with TNA going forward. Turning to some title changes overseas, Hideki Suzuki and Suwama became the new All Japan World Tag Team Champions by defeating Kento Miyahara and Yuma Aoyagi to claim the vacant title at Night 4 of All Japan's Excite Series yesterday in Kyoto, Japan. The win marks Suwama's 8th All Japan World Tag Team title with 5 different partners and Suzuki's first run with the title. The title had been vacant since February 11th when the Saito brothers gave it up due to an injury to Rei Saito. Meanwhile, in London, England, Kid Lycos defeated Spike Trivet in a steel cage match to win the Progress World Championship yesterday at Progress Chapter 163 Twisted Metal. Trivet had held the title for a year and a half. The Progress Tag Team title also changed hands at the show, with Alexis Falcon and Charles Crowley defeating Smoking Aces in 2.5 minutes. The loss ended Smoking Aces' second title reign at 9 months. Also on the card, Riho successfully defended the Progress Women's title against Emerson Jane, winning by disqualification. And before we leave you today, we'd like to remind you that however you consume your content, you can find the wrestling news 24 hours a day and 7 days a week across social media. On Twitter, follow us at Wrestling News AV. Our Facebook page is also Wrestling News AV. The Wrestling News can also be found on the Arcadian Vanguard YouTube page. And for those who utilize Amazon Echo devices, just tell Alexa to play the Wrestling News podcast. And remember to make sure you add podcast at the end. Once again, for daily updates, breaking news, and more, follow the Wrestling News across social media. And that's the news for today. If anything happens, we will be here to tell you about it. No clickbait, no paywall, just the Wrestling News. The Wrestling News is a division of Arcadian Vanguard, and the Wrestling Newscast is a production of the Arcadian Vanguard Podcast Network.